Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 40 of Weekly Word. I gave it some thought for the past 2 weeks exactly what would be episode 40's word. And what came to me was 40 years of life experiences and how those impact and shape and form based on how we take those experiences and form lessons out of them that bring us to the weekly word of perspective. Whether that's our first love or a broken heart, to be hugged or to be in a position where you've been punched, the experience of going and seeing an Arctic Circle snow to maybe the equator heat, from a nursery to hospice care, minimum wage to annual salary. I could come up with many, many more. Punishment versus promotion. A CB handheld radio to Facebook Live and the reach that those two things have in their own way, and however they developed over time, and how that shapes perspective on reach of just the element of communication. Addiction and being healed of your addiction, scuba diving, cliff diving, the experience of falling in love and staying in love for your entire life, and the experience of having a friend who ends up not necessarily being a friend, or those strangers and how you encounter strangers versus how you visit and engage with family. A payphone to an iPhone, to be inspired or to inspire. The idea of volunteering or to be voluntold to do something. There's so many of these different perspectives and different experiences that shape really the mindset that we use to make decisions and to live our lives as we all seek happiness. At least we hope that everyone is seeking happiness. Of course, we can take a look around us and see that there's a lot of people that just aren't happy. And 9 times out of 10, it has a lot to do with how their life experiences have shaped their perspective and how they live their lives, and how living in those particular environments are sometimes difficult to escape. So as a result, the idea of being happy or being positive is overwhelmed with those negative experiences, whether that's being abused or finding yourself consistently isolated, or maybe just the way that you act and present yourself brings about negative people and attracts negative attention. But there's a way to change all of that, of course. We can focus on those positives. We can change our perspective by allowing ourselves to have different experiences and surrounding ourselves with different people. If indeed you're in a position where you have to get to a more positive, a better perspective. Whether or not you're full of love or you're in a position where you're seeking to be full of love. Whether you're a student or a trainer or a teacher, a mentor or the mentee, whether you're in a position where you can remember seeing someone in a nursery, whether that's your own child or perhaps even the other end of hospice care and what that brings about. The birth of a child to the death of a child, how that resonates so strongly in my short 40 years. And experiencing what that's like to have 3 wonderful children, to be there for their births, to be there for their accomplishments, for their milestones, and to be there on their final day. It's pretty powerful how those types of experiences will shape your perspective. They'll change your perspective completely. I grew up in Louisiana. I went to Marine Corps in California. I moved to Okinawa, Japan. Each of those experiences, whether it was a Louisiana culture, whether it was the San Diego dry heat, or the typhoon in Okinawa, all of those experiences shape those perspectives. Whether you've experienced being in debt and being debt-free, maybe you've experienced relying on payday to payday, trying to get out of a rut and struggling to do so, or maybe you've seen the other end of the promotion aspect of things, or the stability, the CB radio to Facebook Live, the reach, whether you've suffered with addiction and now you've been healed. These things are powerful. These things are perspectives. And I think that every one of the previous 39 weeks provided words that drive and shape our perspective. I hope that this is valuable for you. I could go on with examples, but I invite you to do that. I invite you to brainstorm those things that have happened in your lives that have shaped who you are. From your first love to even that broken heart. From the situation that was maybe an experience of a blizzard to experience of heat, opposites end of the spectrum and how those things impact. Hope this is helpful for you. I hope you've enjoyed the past 40 episodes, and I'll keep giving it, because I'll tell you what, this is so doggone therapeutic for me to have an opportunity to document my thoughts and to think through these things. It's a meditation process like none other. So thanks for your attention. It is your most valuable commodity, and I hope that this particular video allows you to embrace and examine your current perspective. Have a good day.